Chapter 1. I wanted to wipe the lobby. When Marathon came out, I started with the Assassin and eventually migrated over the Thief. Because for well over my first 100 hours, I played almost completely solo. These are the best shells for solo, and I absolutely hated random fill. None of my friends had the game, so it was just me. And naturally, I picked the shell with the most movement I could possibly get that could also counter invisibility. Grappling hook was nice too. Over convoluted movement. It was great, so I picked the Thief. Wanted to be fast, unpredictable, and more than anything, I wanted to dominate everything. And sometimes it worked. I've had good games. In fact, I've had great games in solo. I've wiped lobbies countless times. But playing solo also taught me something very quickly, and that is that you can be mechanically better than somebody, but if you don't use your abilities properly or position yourself well, you'll always be at a disadvantage. And you'll have your ass sent directly back to the lobby. I can't tell you how many times this exact thing has happened to me, because I took a fight in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you'd think after 100 hours of all that, I'd learn. And thankfully I did, but the landscape changed. Chapter 2. Then I found friends. Eventually I started playing trios, and somehow, I became worse. I felt awful. I don't know these guys in real life, but they're becoming the only people I talk to on a daily basis anymore, and are feeling like real friends. So I feel like I'm failing them. I play solo and I dominate. I'm wiping the lobbies. Why am I failing now? Not mechanically failing, but mentally. Because suddenly I had teammates, and teammates apparently gave me the confidence of a war hero on Pervertin. So, I was going bullheaded into everything. Everything. And if that was the case, why not be the bull? So I started playing Destroyer. Because of that, I was looking for tips, so I started watching Deafjam. And if you've watched him play Destroyer, you know why I was watching him. The dude's fucking incredible. He's an amazing gamer, amazing with Destroyer. So naturally, I did what any reasonable person would do. I watched one of the best players in the game and said, yeah, I can do that. Spoiler alert, I could not do that. But I kept trying. And to be very fair, I got the Shadow Index skin, so I actually got pretty good with Destroyer. The problem was, the better I got, the more aggressive I became. Shield up, push. One cracked, push. One down, push. Teammate says, wait, sorry, I can't hear you. I'm 3 rooms away already making the worst fucking decision you've seen today. I'm already dead. But now that I'm dead, what'd you say? I can hear you now. And my biggest weakness in Marathon is still this, over pushing. I get one down, I get one cracked, I get confident, I'm not fully healed. I don't pause for 5 seconds, because why would I do that when I can push and die?
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly.
And now a fight that was 3 versus 2 is now 2 versus 2. I didn't help my team. I took our advantage, and I personally threw it in the trash. Chapter 3. The 80th shield push. I don't remember the exact game, and I don't remember who I was fighting, obviously. But I remember the feeling. Destroyer, shield up, rushing in, again. I'm ready, search and destroy's on. All I gotta do is drop my shield and dump this team. And then I got dumped on. Mag dumped. 3 people, all focus firing me. And somewhere around the time of doing this, I thought about something that finally clicked. Why am I doing this? Why am I trying so hard to play this way? Because here's the stupid part. I've been playing video games for most of my life. I'm a nerd, okay? Even back in the World of Warcraft days when it didn't suck, before Wrath of the Lich King, I was DPS, or I was healing. Same in RuneScape, same in Skyrim, same in Smite, same in literally every single game where you can pick your role like this. That was my role, that's it. Damage, I'm a glass cannon, or support, health and information. I've always naturally gravitated towards these roles, where I can either contribute consistent damage or keep an eye on everyone else in the game. we sustain. So after hundreds of hours of trying to become the tip of the spear, I finally backtracked and I thought, let me play support. And I picked my holy grail. Well, holy grails. Triage and recon. Chapter 4. Apparently, I'm not a tank. The weirdest part about switching to triage for me was how little I had to think about it. When a fight starts now, my brain doesn't immediately say, how do I kill all three of them? It says, look for cover. Look for the most obnoxious head glitch peak I can possibly find. I'm looking at my teammates. Do they have a med drone? Of course they do. I don't suck. What are their health bars doing? What consumables do I have right now that could help us? What could I pop right now to give us an advantage? An example of a consumable completely changing your run outside of a mechanics kit or an OSD bug is the cardio kick, which I display right here. I just wanted to show this clip because we put in a lot of work and wiped the whole lobby, leaving with a ton of good goop, and we almost missed final exfil. I tell all my crew, look, run till you overheat. I have a cardio kick, we all have drones, I'll pop it, and that is what gets us to being able to get the final exfil. I was definitely on the edge of my seat for this one, to be honest with y'all. I didn't know if we'd make it out. Happy we did. But that's what the power of being able to share the consumables will do when you use triage. But as I was saying, when you're running triage, you always got to be looking at and focusing on who's taking damage. Is somebody going down? And if they go down, can I reach them? Can I ult them from here? If I can, are they in the line of fire? Do I ult them and immediately bubble them if I have a shield so they can get out of the line of fire? I'm processing all of this when we're still fighting, and I realized I've been doing versions of this in games my entire life. I'm never the tip of the spear. So why was I trying to be? If I can help it, I'm never the first one into engagements. I'm in the middle or last, because I need to see the fight. I need to see you. And if I'm not playing triage, well, I'm usually playing recon for the exact same reason. The resources just change. Triage provides sustain. Recon provides information. Apparently, my brain just likes to know what's going on. Who knew? I didn't, but once I did, it all started to flow. The chapter after 4. Unfortunately, my aim wasn't the biggest improvement after 500 hours. I'm obviously better at shooting than I was when Marathon launched, at least I'd hope so, but I don't think aim is where I've improved the most, and I'm not upset about that. Where I've improved personally is map knowledge. I know where I am, I know the nearest cover, I know where I can rotate. My ability timing, because the timing of an ability can be or is just as important as the ability itself. The sound in the game, vents breaking, somebody in a vent, door opening, running, walking, crouch walking. And most importantly, I know what people want to do or what they're trying to do based on context clues. If I'm running around the map and I see that 2 reds are going, well, I'm waiting for pinwheel to open. And when you open pinwheel, I'm going to be on the opposite side, right there, ready to meet you. I got patience. Playing extraction shooters solo will teach you patience almost as effectively as fishing. You learn very quickly that just because you can do something, it doesn't mean you should. And that's where I think I was getting confused. I thought becoming a better marathon player meant becoming more aggressive, being faster, the most kills, most squad wipes, but for me, becoming better actually meant slowing down and consistently considering what cover I have around me if fire were to come my way. Chapter 6. The Outpost fight. There was one fight in particular on Outpost that perfectly explains why triage finally made the most sense to me. And of course, it couldn't happen during a normal raid. It happened on a raid where we actually had shit we cared about. 2 of us pulled gold items out of the red room. I don't remember what my buddy got. Hi, Dani. But I got a gold shield. So naturally, we won it out. And Marathon said,
I want to play a game.
We got into an absolutely ridiculous fight. And I wasn't the guy getting all the kills. But during that fight, between my two teammates, I used my triage ult 3 separate times to revive them. 3. And one of those revives, my teammate was still in the line of fire. I didn't have to physically run over to him, stand on top of him, and wait for the timer. Pray nobody was looking. I could ult him from range. And immediately hit him with a bubble shield so he's back into the fight, can heal up, get the cover, and sustain. And that's when it clicked for me. Sustain is so important, especially in extraction shooters where every second somebody stays alive matters. Every heal matters. Every revive changes the fight. Because a team that should be down to 2 is suddenly back to 3. And then they're down again. But they're back to 3. And then they're down again. And back to 3. I don't need to wipe the other team. I need to make my team really hard to kill. And apparently, I'm pretty good at that. So I'm still trying to get better at Marathon. I still want better aim. I still want these 3-man wipes, obviously. And I still overpush. Sometimes. Way more than I should, actually. But anyway, I don't think I need to become somebody else's version of a good Marathon player. I'm a support player. Apparently, I always have been. I'm probably going to have an energy gun and LMG on me at all times while I'm watching your health bar if you're with me. I'm probably yelling about a second queue nobody else heard. And if you got knocked, there's a very good chance
our random started making a bunch of noise and brought some people over.
After 500 hours, I think I finally stopped trying to be the hero. And weirdly, that's when I started to become the best Marathon player I've become yet. I downed one. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe, leave a comment, help the algorithm with a like. If you hated it, dislike it, leave a comment, help the algorithm with your hate. Either way, I appreciate the time, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Good luck, runners. Stay on Tau Ceti.